You guys probably know from my countless videos of putting it at number 1 that Season 5 is my favorite season of Arrow. And for good reason, but first, let's get to the standout episodes. Some standout episodes include Legacy, So It Begins, Invasion, What We Leave Behind, Checkmate, Capuchon, Missing, and of course, Lianyu. Wow, that's a lot of amazing episodes. The season really only has one bad episode, and that's Underneath. But now, the main villain of the season is Prometheus, or Adrian Chase, and he's played by Josh Segarra. And he is one of the greatest live-action villains from any media, from anything I've ever seen. And the main reason is Josh Segarra's performance. He's incredible. The way he switched from being a good guy to a bad guy in the span of 10 minutes was so good. And I know other actors have done it before, like Daniel Pennebaker and Katie Cassidy. They just didn't do it as well as Josh Segarra. Every episode Prometheus is in is just elevated by his presence. Also, whenever he and Stephen Amell are on screen together, for some reason, he makes Stephen Amell automatically a better actor, like in Capuchon and in Lianyu. Even before the big reveal that Adrian is Prometheus, even before that, Prometheus was already a great villain. He was menacing, I loved his voice, and he had some great fight scenes with Oliver. The rivalry between Green Arrow and Prometheus was the main focus of the season, and considering these two actors make each other better, that is obviously a plus. Also, this is what a superhero show should be. The good guy versus the bad guy. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Season 4. The mystery of who Prometheus is was really well done, and call me stupid, but I did not see it coming. I can talk about how awesome Prometheus is for hours, but I gotta talk about the rest of the season. Something this season is great at are the action scenes, and I'm not only talking about the fight scenes, although the fight scenes are incredible. Some of the just action scenes are crazy. I mean, like in the first episode, Oliver jumped out of a window, shoots an arrow onto a helicopter, goes onto the helicopter, fights someone for a minute, and then falls off of the helicopter and uses a parachute arrow. That was crazy. We never saw anything like that in the first 4 seasons. I mean, Green Arrow has never been more badass. Speaking of Green Arrow, Stephen Amell is amazing this season. Like, he's never been better. The raw emotion he portrays this season is incredible. Like in Capuchon, when he screams, "I wanted to, and I liked it," you can actually feel Oliver being broken by Adrian. Same thing happens in Lianyu when Adrian is telling Oliver to kill him and to show everybody who he really is, and Oliver screams, "No!" It's such good acting by both actors. Like I said before, Steven's acting is better when Josh is around. I also think Josh's acting is better when Steven is around. I really like Oliver's side stories this season. Aside of being Green Arrow, he was also the mayor. That was really interesting, and they did it really well. As for the supporting character, Diggle's story of going to the army and then being framed and then going to jail, that whole storyline was really cool. Via working at the mayor's office and trying to help Quentin was pretty cool. And Felicity is a much smaller character this season compared to Season 4, where she was basically the main character. And she's actually not annoying this season. I liked her story with Helix, and I thought it was pretty cool to see her dark side. I would have liked her to become a full-on bad guy, because then she would go away. Quentin and Renee's relationship was really compelling, and it gave Quentin something to do other than drink, and gave Renee something to do other than be Wild Dog. Also, his story of his backstory with his daughter and how he's trying to get her back was pretty good. When the first episode with the new Black Canary came out, and her name was Tina Boland, I thought that Season 5 was going downhill, like it was becoming Season 4 again, because the episode before the Second Chances wasn't the best, and this was so not comic book accurate. But when she said her real name was Dinah Drake, I was like, oh, okay, I could get behind this. Every single time it looked like this season was going downhill, the writers managed to make it look awesome. And I feel like the writers know they messed up with Laurel, and they're trying again, and I actually think they're doing a good job. Her costume looks really cool for Season 6. She has a metahuman Canary cry. I think they should have done this from the beginning. They should have had nobody in Season 1 and 2, and then when the particle accelerator went off, they should have introduced Laurel in Season 3, without a past with Oliver and with a metahuman Canary cry. This season, the Team Arrow is a little bit too big. I mean, 7 members? Seriously, that's big enough for a Justice League. And even though the team has too many characters, every single character is a good character this season. Even Felicity. I mean, not good, but not, like, unbearable. Green Arrow, Wild Dog, Mr. Terrific, Ragman, Dinah, Diggle are all great characters. The flashbacks this season are great. They aren't as good as Season 1 and 2, but still, they're pretty damn good. Konstantin Kovar is a great villain, and Anatoly and the Brodfer are great supporting characters. Also, the flashback had some really great fight scenes. Just like in the Season 2 finale, they did a great job of connecting the big bad fights of the present day and the flashbacks in the finale. In Season 2, it was Oliver versus Slade in present day and flashbacks. In Season 5, it was Oliver versus Adrian in present day and Oliver versus Konstantin Kovar in flashbacks. And they connected it. Both seasons, they connected it really well. Plus, the fact that the flashbacks actually reached the pilot is a huge accomplishment. I mean, that's what this show was about. It was supposed to be 5 seasons long, and they were supposed to do every single season a year of flashbacks, and they actually did it. They completed it. Lian Yu is the single greatest episode of TV I have ever seen. Okay, maybe that's exaggerating a little. I mean, I've seen Game of Thrones, but still. It's definitely the greatest episode in the Arrowverse, with amazing fight scenes, great emotional moments, Deathstroke, and a crazy cliffhanger, and also amazing acting from the main character and the main. In conclusion, Arrow Season 5 was incredible, with an amazing villain, great action, great fight scenes, outstanding acting from the main hero and the villain, great flashbacks, and actually completing the flashbacks. This season basically had no drama other than the ones with Curtis and his husband, which was very minimal. I mean, this season is so good that even Felicity wasn't annoying. I give this season a very strong 9.9 out of 10. 0.1 points removed for the Felicity episode and the team being too big. Anyway, let me know what you thought about the season in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. And stay tuned for my review of The Flash, Season 1.